Alright. Good afternoon. Let me just open up my bottle. So, Elderlicht, once again, at some point I will get through it. It is incredible that it takes me this much time. Um, I've been thinking about, like, I still have some eposes to do, epose? I don't know how to pronounce that word. To do for weapons specifically, namely the hammer, and the shield, and the gauntlet, and the cannon. So basically the three dwarf weapons. And then the two hammers. Um, Absolutely disgusting that killing an enemy with the hammer, even if it would be stunned, doesn't count as it being stunned. So gonna have to be careful with that. For this one, I kind of just need range, skill range. So what I wonder is if I could get a better setup here. But I kind of like this, just three big strong perks. So I'm gonna try it with them again. Cannon, this time, I will probably keep away from until later. Well, so much for that. Let's actually just see what you have. Blood Mage. Magic damage and healing received, but less health. Frail Blood Mage, so less armor. And then a little bit of additional dodge. Do you have the Blood Magic? I kind of just have to take that. Based on your perk alone. The problem is you don't really have anything to heal yourself with. So I'd probably have to reroll that at some point. Magic damage, dodge, but less armor. I think I'd probably just reroll this in hopes of getting the blood magic, and then just hope to get something that heals you. Which I don't think there are any weapons that directly just heal people. Except that one druid staff. What do you have, Elf? A shaman with poison damage and mana. No physical damage, but more daily mana. And then there's isolation. You don't want the shield. You just straight up do not want the shield. So we're gonna switch those. We do have the organic armor now, and the bodybuilder. We do not have the vampire. Well, this looks like a build. Like, just straight up, that looks like a build. Get yourself some armor. He already restores 7 health per kill with the vampire. So we're just gonna go with that. You take probably something that eats up a lot of mana. You get Flesh Wind. Do you have the War Dance? You can do... Oh, you can do this. You don't even need the Poisonous. You just need, like, these two. Right. For now, you'll take the Harvester. Then you're a fisherman with opportunism and accuracy. Accuracy, you have plus 9% on every damage type and plus 1 movement. What do I give you for the first one? You have a cannon at this point, which we will probably exchange at a later date. You do have these two, which... These two in combination, if you are anything that is just outside of of the enemy range, I feel like you're doing great. You can just hit people without issue. Okay, I think that's fine. Send the first... Oh, Epiphanies. What do I want, actually? I do have the Flash Wind, so that's a good one. What does the Broken Caduceus do? Plague Wish. 600 poison and less and 60% less damage. Broken Compass for a free ballista, up to 6 times. Or this is the extra damage when stunning. Little bit of gold, spiked walls, discount scroll, speed practice, protection practice. This one's really good probably later on. I think what I'm gonna take is a little bit of gold to get a jump start, because last time I did run out of money. You don't want to die, you're holding a weapon that tends to explode. If you didn't want to die, you would not hold this weapon. Okay. Now we do have an accursed, which I do not appreciate. This is stabilize. That does make you immune to debuffs, so you can, because you can get to there. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 range. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you just do this on yourself, so he can't take your action points away. Now you will probably deal with this. 8 punch skills, that's probably not going to happen. Ah, shit. I'm an idiot. She's overheated now. Can you? Yeah, you can, because that only costs like one time to 2 actions. Get rid of him. More poison. And then you're out of actions. Okay. Yeah, again, the cannon is probably gonna be a later thing. Can you stun this guy? Targeted full health claw. Well, laser. The punch skills were not gonna happen, but the laser do help. Now you are going to need to... probably just sit in the tower. You can... miss. Yeah, I forgot to extinguish her plant thing. More, 3 or more full health runner. 3 or more tiles from caster. Well, blow them up. Right, you don't really have the range for that. Again. Okay, we can... we can just jump over here. Contagion there. Some more poison here. All of the poison. And there's another hero in the way. I should probably go move him. But yeah, no reason not to use the laser. Honestly, going here and then jumping over that is probably the safer option. Full health runner. That's probably not going to happen. You are hurt. Do you have? You do not. Do we not have any? We do not have any heal pots. So here's a problem I have with a cannon. First off that, and second off, it's kind of hard to aim if the enemy is within your walls. Shit is also kind of annoying. I think I just poison all of you. Already basically failing the panic target. That's a problem. Eight punch skills. Like, neither of those things is going to happen. He's already killing himself. You died to poison. You died to poison. I think we're good enough, like it's gonna be an A. Yeah, this is gonna need a temple. Because you are just going to kill yourself. Okay. I'm just gonna do the punching. If you want to use the cannon as just straight up ranged damage, you absolutely have to ensure that you have a second weapon so you can let it cool down. And we currently don't really have that. Panic level A, I think that's still fine. I'm gonna get a temple to have a heal. I can grab this for, I think, an item? Well, first of all, less poison damage. I don't think I care about that at all. We have a sacred flower, I'll just give her another weapon. Like, here, you can have a hammer. Level ups. You get some move points. You get some critical, I think. For the critical runes mana collector into action. And then we can use the mana shield as well. So crit. Though the mana shield is probably not necessary, but an initiator could be kind of funny. You take skill range. You take critical... Now, let me reroll that into, hopefully... Nah. Goddammit. Okay, I'll take cheap XP gain. Elisa Marie. Interesting. Interesting name. Avid Learner, and the Bodybuilder. Even though currently he has less health. Now, one of the funny things is that if you take the Bodybuilder or the Elusive, which converts armor into health or dodge, generally the armor option is always better than the health or dodge option, which is kind of counterintuitive, I feel like. Take the health. Take some accuracy. He's also going to need block. Do I have any momentum weapons? I don't think so. Daily health regen, opportunism, poison damage, or daily health regen. Then, lastly, are the critical runes good if I go for poison? Yeah, with a flesh wound, if I go with this, yeah. Unfortunately, no XP gain for you. Grab some resistance. Grab some accuracy. Poison damage. Which means technically she's dealing poison damage again. You don't need daily mana regen. You take magic damage. Okay, so we get the temple. We're gonna use this ASAP because we're gonna need the healing. I will grab this item and get me a short bow. Then I have 25 gold. I have no workers left, so I can't really do anything else. Meaning I will now get myself some ballista. Yeah. Get me those there, and then get me a wooden wall in front of this one. Equip items. You get the hammer, and you get the bow. What does the cannon actually do? Stun chance, poison damage, and health. Okay. And you should be fine with your shield. Now I need to keep in mind that this time the fires will cost four actions to extinguish, and there's 3 of them. How much poison does this do? 14. Thankfully, as mentioned, we kinda don't need it. Just slam them. So you're gonna have to stay out here to extinguish this one. You will send a little bit of damage that way. And then you'll stay there. Also throw in the block potion to extinguish that fire. Ballista! They lower movement speed. I do not like that. Punch skills? Absolutely not. Spend less than 15 movement points. That should be possible. 35 armor or 4 block. I think I'll take the block. Yeah, unfortunately not. Not enough for that. Can you kill that? You can. You should probably retreat a little bit. At this point, if you're surrounded, it is probably too late to flee, yes. However... that was very nice. Okay, so you can... well, first of all, I'm gonna use your things. You move here, and then you can move over there. I just learned if you fail the divergence, you can't undo your movement. Which sucks. Because I actually kind of wanted to not move that far. I just didn't count correctly. I'm surprised he still hasn't taken all that much damage. As an archer there, we will probably have to deal with that. We can also... you know what? Fuck it. If it hits 5, great. If it hits 4, that's still okay. We should probably move up a little bit, though. I'm surprised at how little damage that dealt, like, in total. I didn't read the new ordeal. Not a divergence, the ordeal. It really wants me to punch people, huh? Well, we can inflict some negative alterations relatively easily. You have a negative alteration, so we're done with that. Do I punch people 8 times? I don't think I do that. Like, it feels like he's good enough over here, so you can just go assist this side. Do I get another better ordeal? No, it's still the punch skills. Well, go ahead and punch people then. That was 6, so... you can just... actually, you know what? You do have some mana over, so just laser them. Good. Shoot the archer. Not enough damage. And it costs 2 actions. Fuck. I didn't use a punch. Fuck. I needed one more punch and I forgot to do it. This is still just magic damage, so good enough. Okay, I should get the money this turn, even if I forgot to use all to get all of my ordeals done. No more actions, then you can just... My shield is bigger. Right, so not even all that much healing is required. That was an S rank, good. There's the money. Now what do I do with that though? I think, first off, choose your destiny. Increase size by 50%. It's gonna be a lot. But I think it's good enough. We have 92 points remaining. I do feel like I really want the Flesh Wind, but I also kind of want to try the catapults. Wind the water. Is there the fire? Oh no, there's the rock. Flesh Wind. I kind of really want to take Flesh Wind just because it's... The wand is already one of my favorite weapons, and then just adding more multi-hit on that. I'll absolutely take that. You get some accuracy, you get some skill range. Initiate, for now, take the energized. Then you take the vampire. Accuracy, mana dodge. I would like some higher block values. I'll take resistance. And do I care for skill range? Not really. You need more movement though. Like 6 is very, very low for you. We will buy houses. We will buy a house. And then we will get rid of this well. So we can buy another house right next to it. We will push the mist back. How much money do I have? 214. So I can upgrade my house and upgrade my house. Should have maybe upgraded another house, but... Ah, fuck, I missed... I thought one of those is a pile of corpses, but no, it's all just corpses. Well, in that case, first of all, we will have a heal. Here. We will get rid of you. We will get rid of... Actually... I think what I'm gonna do with the remaining money is to buy me gold mines. 2 of them. Upgrade another house, get rid of a well. Then build me defenses. We will have... This is the exact middle. A ballista here and a ballista there. This is gonna be a watchtower. We will have some wooden walls in front of them. How much? It's 95, so I can afford 1 additional ballista, which I think is gonna go here. And then we will repair our walls. I am surprised I had enough money for that. Lastly, extend the wall a little bit. You go here. You go here, and you go here. No, Silk Gleam can still upgrade. Initiator, you don't really have multi-hits yet. You will get a Flesh Wind. So the Thrifty is probably not incorrect to take. The Toxic Leech is within a range of 6. Which does work for the flower. But I don't think it works for the... I could take this for more critical. Like, this is 25% critical just by poison, and contagion, it's 50%. Or take the Deadly Ranger. That's currently, what? 0% critical power, but 12% critical. Get some more critical. Magic damage. What are my knight rewards? I could use a secondary weapon for my shield guy. We will take a crossbow. And we'll take the gauntlets. You take the gauntlet, since you do magic damage. You take the hammer, and then you take the crossbow instead of the short bow. Actually, the cannon doesn't really do anything for me. Get rid of that. 31 gold remaining. I can upgrade this one for higher sell price. I need to keep in mind to do that earlier. Otherwise, I don't think we can do anything else, right? We have dodgers, we have claws, we have armoreds. The dodgers are gonna be the only issue. Got fire going up there. Hate that. Crossbow will do great works. So he will die to contagion and put that forward. Perfect. They are coming in from that side. That I hate because the fire is here. On the other hand, that kind of means that I may not have to worry about it. They have 3 enemies or more, isolated target, target with negative alteration, and then target within 2 tiles from caster 38 or more. Hammer of Faith. Bonk. Wonderful. Isolated targets with... Snap. The Geo Reservoir, yeah. The Gauntlet thing, it feels like it's gonna be the hardest of those things to do. You're a wand, and you are also a wand. The wand being on a lane without a hero absolutely blows. Because it means I can't react to them buffing the enemies there. But at this point I can't really move... I can't really move my ballista somewhere else. It is improved movement speed and higher damage. That was a lot of damage on you there. Get rid of him. Okay, good. He will also probably just come in and cause panic, and I can't really do anything about it. Oh yeah, you heal, I forgot. Well, heal a bunch. Lower the damage, and then send another Hammer of Faith in. And that is a Hammerman. Get the gauntlet out, I think. Wonderful. Snap. 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 God damn it, I'm out of range. Just more armor then. Or Already the last batch? Okay, you are probably gonna need to just send it. Laser. Okay, you're nearly done there, meaning what I'm gonna do is you will use up your actions here. And then you will move this way to assist. I'm surprised that he still has full health. Oh, again. Okay, you're gonna have to move closer. He does not get in range to stun. It's actually the first time I have like a melee blocker without the spike thing. I just need to make sure he is not in range for the stun. Alright. You deal with that now. You kill both of them. Jump over here, jump over here. And you now will make your way to there to kill those three. I need to get rid of the lamp. Unfortunately. Have your heroes getting hit less than 5 times? God damn it. Well, this was a failure. Send that there. She has the mana growth, not the harvester. So that doesn't really help. And you don't get in range for that. That's annoying. Yeah, give yourself that. Give yourself that. In case he tries to debuff you. And since he's invincible, I can't even do that. More damage. Thankfully, this time I can just... go ahead and do that. You have quite the range already. Can you, if I go here, can you? You can. Perfect. You cannot hit him with a stun. Also perfect. Okay. Panic A, I think. It should be fine. Mm-hmm. 171. So, about halfway to the flesh wind, I guess. A little bit more. Increase size by 50%. Yeah, that's better than some of the other stuff we had in the past. You, ranged unit. Do I take the initiator? I will give you a cannon later on. Will I give you a cannon later on? Maybe not. I don't think you need the initiator. What else do I give you then? I'd love to give you the field study. Take the perseverance. Get some accuracy. And ranged damage. You, finally fulfilling your purpose as a blood mage. This also gives him more daily health regen. It does not increase his... So this is every 4 enemies killed gives you more daily health regen, up to 20% of the hero's health. This gives you every 5% of missing health plus 2 critical. Every 8 points spent, the next health consuming skill gets half cost. The blink, and then the sheer power. Now what I want is the organic armor and then the human ballista. You get resistance reduction, so you deal more damage. And I would like some healing received. Yeah, sure. So that should give us 8 on every kill. You will also take a lot of damage, so good luck with that. You take the initiator in preparation of Fleshwind. And then you get more critical, more XP gain. And then lastly, you don't get a level up. Actually, we leveled you first. Night reward. Helmet with propagation damage, resistance, dodge and resistance. Pants with resistance, dodge, opportunism, critical, or pants with move. Armor, dodge, and critical. I'll take those. Build new structures. Get me the last gold mine. Upgrade the seer. We have hoppers and hunters. Hate both of those. Get rid of the last buildings. Or the last ruins, rather. That leaves me with 4 workers available. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upgrade one of my gold mines. And we're just gonna mine for gold. And then you also getting upgraded. Build some defenses. First of all, well, I forgot my alarm. First of all, we will repair the turrets and the walls. We can get rid of you and then build a wall instead. There is a gate here. And then 2 more walls. On this side I will also just get the wall done. How much do we have? 76. So I can get a ballista, which is gonna be here. So we have a better defense up there, meaning I only need 1 unit there, which is probably gonna be the crossbowman, or woman, to keep in theme with the ballistas there. I kind of just default to crossbows whenever I have a ranged unit, huh? The pants go on you. Oh yeah, free ability, have a heal. On you. 3 lights here. But that's all of them. Well, I think we just start blasting. You can't use your assets, but do you actually get anything if you have wounds? So wounds is dodge and move points decreased, and then move points and dodge decreased. The runners, less total damage, dodge decreased by half. Blockers, move points and damage down, block decreased by half. Right. All of the poison. Perfect. You give yourself some more armor, get the shield out. And then you can just start shooting. You probably have the least danger of actually being hit by the hunter as well. Kill less than 4 enemies. Hunter. Okay. I managed to do that. Oh, that's an elite hopper. Who is energetic. So, first of all, we will kill you. Then we will kill you. Shoot the hopper. Spend less than 15 move points. That is probably not going to happen. Because this is too important to not do. Snap. Laser. Kill the hoppers. You don't quite manage to kill him, huh? Well, you can do this. Get rid of that. And that is an archer ghost, which those aren't that bad. The biggest issue are definitely going to be just the... Didn't even take damage. The wizards. Now he took damage, because there's an energetic blocker and an energetic claw elite enemy. Hammer. You will deal with these two. And then, laser. Love that laser. He's actually stunned. How did I stun him? Oh, with the Hammer of Faith, right. We will send everything at this guy. And he is nearly dead. The ballistas will do the rest. There's another elite blocker. Have your heroes get hit 15 or more times? That's not gonna happen. Range damage to hunters. We already got hit 8 of the 15 required times, so we will just... You will leave. You will actually just go ahead and stabilize him. Though you will probably need to just move inside. Range damage to hunters. I don't think we get that with only one ranged unit. However, you can kind of just sit in the tower now. Well, that's an issue. I did not count on like 4 elites coming in on day 4. I wonder how they calculate when the elites spawn in. Because I've gone so many days or entire games without a single elite, and then there's 4 in this night. And you're already out of actions? What? Maybe you shouldn't. No, you still have. Why didn't? Huh? Oh, that's why. I'm an idiot. I always, for some reason, I currently always click push E instead of the correct button of 3. We are missing a hero. I do not have an inn yet. That's a problem. How many stacks do I have? 2. It's better than nothing. Get the crossbow out. Yeah, no, that's a problem. I feel like the... Yeah, no, that's a loss done. Getting too slapped around. I think what I need to do is 2 things. First off, abandon this one. That makes it 3 things. I could not have afforded the necessary heroes. Okay, so I'd love to get the weapons, but I feel like Elderlicht is not the map for it. So instead, we're gonna just get all of this. The shield and the cannon I don't feel all that great. The gauntlet as well. We will restrict ourselves in... I will still restrict, but the cannon is gonna be a secondary, and I will just use it maybe in one night to try and get it. For now, what do I take? I take the longbow. I take the, like, it's just, you know what? Fuck it. Let's leave everything in. Second, third thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the perk point. The perk point is neat, but I don't think it's that good. I'm gonna take the resistance reduction and the movement again, and then just play with 1 less perk points. Our resistance reduction definitely yielded the best result. Okay, we have a crossbow, we have an axe, we have a power staff. You're possessed. Health and mana, but less range damage. Less daily health regen, that's not good, but more magic damage. You do have the Flicker Strike and Infectious Strike and Hunter's Arsenal, which isn't my favorite elf things. You could be a blocker, but you're an elf, so that's not really that good. The Infectious Strike with the Hunter's Arsenal could be neat, especially with the Sadist, because this is always like 2 debuffs, and maybe even... no, I don't have to stun. Or maybe I just give you... Well, you're an elf, you kind of don't do the defensive stuff. Field Study, the Steady Aim, and then some Nimbleness for move points, or I give you the Sentry within a range of 12. That is quite a lot of range. So you'd have to basically just be on your own. But with enough range, that does work. Right, brainy magic damage, so you get like a magic weapon, maybe a wand, hopefully a wand. What do you have? Isolation, move points and XP gain. And you're a human despite your elven ears. Not really anything specifically now that I think we have to go for. And then what do you have? Move points, less mana, but an extra action point. Well, would you look at that? Execute. I don't think I want the execution necessarily. Threshold is increased by 1%, by 1 for every 1% physical damage after 100, which we're gonna have a lot of it, so maybe. You could get momentum. We'll see that later. You do have more move points. And an action point, right. Oh yeah, Epiphany. What do we have? Endurance training. I feel like this is one of the best things. We have Bone Pull, the Spear, Scab Shot, the Pistol, and the Phalanges, the Claws. This is... this one's skill range, and skill range becomes modifiable. Only on the Feral Instinct. Then the Bone Pull, just if you kill something you get more. Improve Impale, specifically the first skill. Until the end of the turn. So you'd have to kill you'd have to hit 7 units. Which requires you to either use this 3 times. Can't even get over this. This one 3 times, which you can't only use it 2 times, or you use this one for 9. Then you have to hit 11 more targets. However, the first Impale does get up to 9 targets hit. Could be worth trying. The Rock for more block. Standard Reach. Nation of Satusha. Mind over Matter is wood. After spending 60 mana on the turn, gets 90% resistance. Turn stability, a little bit of materials. I think I'll start with endurance practice. Like, just XP gain is great to have. That. Forgot my alarm. God damn it. You stay here to deal with that fire. Sure. And then you kind of don't have enough range to get anywhere. Whatever, you can just buff yourself. 8 or more punches. It really wants me to punch people. That is a hammer that needs to die. Also, you start with 7 movement. Yeah, I feel like the movement perk is definitely just really appreciated here. Even if I had to lose my... I just realized there's a block in the way. Even if I had to lose my extra perk point. God damn it. But the ability to go in and get out, definitely I think is worth more. Crossbow. I hate when I deal really 2 health. Fuck me. Hate when I deal exactly not enough damage. Oh yeah, the punch skills I forgot. I didn't need my other steel damage to claws and to enemies within 5 tiles of the fog. We can go ahead and do that. If we'd hit... Well, this is undodgeable, so... Those are dodges, those are blockers, that's a claw. Well, these are mostly claws, so... You are out of mana, huh? That ain't great. Get to punching then. Okay, that's the 5 tiles goal. And, well, you're out of enough action points. Nah, that's stupid. I'm just gonna buff. What ordeal next? Isolated target claw, or target 6 or more tiles away from the caster. Well, we can definitely do these 6 or more tiles. The question is whether or not it's gonna be enough damage. We have 4 turns for the isolated claw one, so that is probably a whole lot easier. Yeah, that's probably a whole lot easier. I'm surprised at how much he's punching. Can you get rid of this guy? Yes. Okay, isolated claw done. I definitely just undervalued the positioning aspect. And also, for some reason, they don't hit anything. Okay. Also, I'm kind of sad to say, but the cannon, and the shield are... I feel like they're really just late-game weapons. They absolutely blow in the early game. Because you can't use the perfect guard because your unit's gonna die, and you can't use the fire blast because your unit's gonna die. Dodge, absolutely not. Oh no, wait, your heroes dodge. Okay, I don't care about that. Like, I have one unit who's in melee and she has 11 move points. She's never gonna be in melee. Now, you're gonna be in melee from now on. You take the coagulation, you take the XP gain. You take move points. You now have 13 move points, so I really don't think it's gonna be an issue. Reroll me that, reroll me that, reroll me that, reroll me that, come on, fuck. Health regen done. And physical damage. So this would already be at 22 health. I wonder how high you can get that. Like, what is the maximum physical damage? The maximum is 200%. So that would be 100 extra for 115. Which sounds a lot, but I don't think it actually is. I would like weapons, please. Sure, I'll take a sword. And then I'll take a mithril longbow. Now you take the steady aim. You're gonna be our ranged unit, I said, right? Oh no, you'll be the fleshwind unit. As soon as I give you a poison weapon. Now we will not have the sentry at this point. I'm still not certain about the sentry. Reroll that, reroll that. You need accuracy. Thank you. Resistance reduction. 12 to 22. Where'd you get resistance reduction from? Base 12%. Oh, right. perk, I forgot. Preferably you're not going to be in melee, so you won't need that. And then get yourself... Shouldn't have rerolled that poison damage. XP gain. On this side. So you, by necessity, are just... Actually, you're not by necessity, because what we use now is kind of irrelevant. You use the sword, you take the power staff, you take the longbow, you take the axe. What can you do? What are your things, actually? You have isolation, move points, and you are a genius. Which is... You're not an avid learner, which, yeah, that kind of checks out. You do not have the crit thing for the mana collector. You are a bully. Or you go the isolation path, which already tracks with what you want, but you have nothing else that kind of scales with that unless I reroll your... Perfect. So we can get the steady aim and the field study. Go down the isolation path. And then we get you the glass cannon. For 15% additional critical, I think. For now I'll get you the steady aim, or... Yeah, take the steady aim. Level you up. You are gonna need accuracy and resistance reduction. You have 11 move points. I don't think you'll need all that many more, so reroll. Fuck. Have some mana then, I guess. Critical power. And some cheap isolation. So you're just gonna run around with a longbow and shoot people with. That you shoot people with. Then we will clear out this house. I think what we're gonna do is, because we don't need a temple, we're gonna get 2 gold mines. And a house. To get rid of this. And then we can spend some money to upgrade that immediately. We can get us some ballista. This is the exact middle, so get one there. And that should be good. Which gods will we pray tonight? I feel like there's a word missing. I feel like there's a we missing. Which gods will we pray to tonight? Oh, thank God. I was just... Wait a minute. I'm gonna trap him in there. Getting additional reliability from the isolation, absolutely great. You have 58% resistance because we go through 12. And 70 extra damage from isolation, perfect. And we can also just... Oh, this has this range, I forgot. Rogue, that's an archer, that's another rogue. I don't want to be poisoned, so... 1, 2. And then just like send it that way. 1, 2. Okay. All of the ghost fires being gotten rid of. I forgot to check the ordeals. Isolated targets? Well, I could have probably done it. Target from within 5 tiles from the fog, target with a negative alteration. Sure. Done. And we're out of actions. That sucks. Oh, I should probably also use this, because that just straight up is a negative alteration as well. I forgot my sword, man. Not enough points for an axe attack, so just do that. The longbow has such a high minimum range. Can we just... I think we just, like, hit people. What is more? 192... Okay, so the longbow actually does more maximum damage. But less than minimum. The sword is actually kind of just fun to use. Invasion here. He is indeed stunned. Kill him. Now these are both stunned. Kill him. Yeah, so that's not a whole lot of damage there. And unfortunately, I don't really have opportunism. Is there a ranged weapon with opportunism on it? I can't immediately think of any. I don't have any weapon restrict. Wait, the pistol doesn't. The crossbow, the hand crossbow doesn't. Out of mana. Fuck. Hand crossbow doesn't, pistol doesn't. The crossbow doesn't. Does it? No. The gun? The gun on the snapshot. How good that is a different question, though. The cannon doesn't, I don't think. I frankly haven't used it enough to be certain on that, though. You don't have opportunism, do you? Undodgeable, stun, isolation. No. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Unfortunately, out of actions. Hammer him then. Right, if I move you over there, you will just die. So, pump yourself up, and then you'll have to wait a turn. Why is he not moving? Oh, he's attacking the wall. No, he was attacking the barricade. Great stuff. Swords are just great. And also, everybody's level 5, apparently. Night rewards. I'd like a secondary weapon for my staff guy, and the hammer isn't bad for that, or the flower. Accursed. That should be fine. 50% resistance, but we do have resistance reduction. We also don't have the flash wind, I just realized. That's a problem. We don't have a whole lot of any of the things I usually have. Get me the bone pole then. First of all, we will build the last gold mine. Then we will upgrade it. That was not upgrading it. Fuck. Yeah, I wasted some of my workers here. Built me a house. Get rid of this house. 75. I could upgrade a house and get rid of this, or I upgrade a gold mine, which I think is more money just straight up next turn. You take the bodybuilder, you take the vampire. I don't want to just be a sword person, so I'm not gonna take the momentum, the inertia. I also don't have the reckless or the the unstoppable. You get armor. And then you get even more armor. Physical damage. Propagation bounces doesn't help me really. Ah, perfect. Physical damage. Next, you... Do I take the sentry? I think what I'm gonna do is take the defensive training instead. The initiator, even if I don't get the flash wind, I will probably just get a normal wand. So I'm not too worried about that. You take some dodge. Do I take dodge? No. You take accuracy. And then... more accuracy. Range damage doesn't really help. I'll take XP gain though. And healing receive, critical power, poison damage. First blood. 1 by 1. Take accuracy. Honestly, take the 19% damage. Do you want crits? You could go for crits. Get me more isolation. Or not. Critical power. Skill range. Build some defenses. So we're gonna have one unit on each side. Which is probably, well, first off, you take the sacred flower, and then you also take a hammer. It's good. Then we will have one crossbowman, one side with a crossbowman, one side with a sword guy, and one side with a hammer-wielding hippie. It just sounds like the German left. Then I think I'll do the walls up here. All of the sides with people on it should be fine. So let us get another ballista there. And get us a ballista here. And then this is all just simple upgrades. Get this wall done. You will have enough range with your longbow. Okay. So there's one of the added accursed. This lowers dodge and armor. Unfortunately not resistance, and you have, well, you have dodge but not enough. You are isolated, so 3 shots is still fine, I think. Okay. So he dies of poison and propagates that there. That kinda blows that they're all down here. Thankfully, he do have enough movement. That accursed there absolutely sucked. Oh, that's 5 accursed on that side. Yeah, you know what? You're gonna go to the other side. This seems a whole lot more a whole lot more of an issue than these few who all die now. Wait, why minus? Oh, because they weren't isolated. There's another target here. That sucks. Currently, we have 15% extra damage. Right. Oh wait, that's an axe, not a hammer. Fuck. Yeah, no mana. Here's a move to stun target with negative alteration. Should have read that earlier. Maybe the poison counts. The poison did not count. That's a way too big number of accursed there. Okay. They're just really not in range for that, huh? Well. Wait, he was isolated, wasn't he? Did I get the extra damage? I didn't pay attention. Why are there so many accursed? Specifically on that one side. Okay, you will come down and also move over to this side. Because I don't think you can do anything really that impressive against that. Okay. I need additional heroes. The less, yeah. That's mana gone, and also poisoned. We are scratching at the B ranking, and I do not want to. I also don't quite know why they're all down there. Nearly dead. Contagion here. Hammer. Wasn't quite enough. Can you kill these accursed? Yes. Good answer, exactly the answer I was looking for. Can you kill this accursed? Also yes. Perfect. I think they die at the same time. You will generate panic, there's nothing I can do about that, is there? Ah. Avoid generating panic. So I have to win this turn, because if I don't, the apparition is gonna cause panic and I can't prevent that. Can I win though? No. Like, this guy is gonna cause panic. There's nothing I can do about that at this point. So, I'm just gonna have to live with that. Wait, that counted? Why? There was an enemy inside that should have caused panic. This was the second night, wasn't it? No, the third night. We are still at panic rank A, so we're good. That's a pile of corpses, that I'll take. The hero loses after you damage the armor of an enemy. The hero loses health. Are you shitting me? Absolutely not. I have one thing that is armor piercing, which is the crossbow, and that's also not really all that good armor piercing wise. Yeah, I'm gonna work on the bone pole still. Level me up. I don't really want to take the blood magic yet. I kind of want to wait for the organic armor. So you have 14 mana, that means you get, what, 3% resistance? Yeah, 8% daily health regen. I don't think that's good enough. But I do want the human ballista as well. Wait, how many do I get? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 maybe? Oh, this is that is based on missing health, which preferably I won't have missing health. Yeah, take the fatality. Take this one later and the big game hunter. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. Yeah, take the fatality, currently at 39 health. More armor. And I specifically don't want momentum. I'll take healing received. What do I take with you? Long weapons in the field study? When attacking a unit at a distance of 5 tiles or less, the attack gets inaccurate. That's probably not gonna happen later on. Once you have a wand, honestly, just take it. Hope you get a wand. Damage. Critical power. You don't have the crit thing. Magic damage. Night reward. Hope for a wand. Not a wand. Well, I'll take a book. Not gonna say no to that one. Then, we can grab the pile of corpses for an item. We can go ahead and repair. Then we can go ahead and get us the gate here, as well as a little bit of wall. The last ballista on this side. And then close off here. You're already upgraded. We will probably just go with this. Push down back. 255 gold. I will buy an inn. Over here. Don't upgrade yet. I'd like to buy a hero first. If I could afford one. 145. I don't have any more workers remaining. Can I? I can get the pile of corpses. Secret flower. Take the pants. Sell. Sell the hammer. The pants probably go on you. Sell the pants. 169. Can I afford a good hero with that? No. I can afford a hero, but not a good one. 80 health. Holy shit. Assassin for isolating, critical, and even more critical. You have a weirdly shaped cannon. Noble, daring, swift. Yeah, he's a wizard. I think I'll take this assassin dwarf. With his crits. And his cannon. Now, having a cannon as your only weapon, again, not the best. What do you get? You have the field study, the longer weapons. Now, you are a dwarf. So, jolly drinker for more healing received, and when a potion is used. Yeah, just go with a cleric dwarf. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the blessing. This one probably not, but all of the rest. I need you to do the cannon thing, like once. Then it's fine. You don't need this for the cleric dwarf. Okay, if I make you a ranged unit, the dwarf stuff is actually not that great. Except the you're next. But that's within a range of 6, which is also mainly for, like, melees. Take the glass cannon. Nope, don't take the glass cannon, not yet. The critical runes? Sure, maybe. Actually, I want to just try. What happens if I reroll that? I feel like the things you took already can't be rerolled, which, if that is the case, if that is actually the case and not just a coincidence just this one time, you can probably force some pretty rad builds. You're gonna need accuracy by... No, go. Boy, go. In between, whatever. Non-binary doesn't matter. You're gonna need some accuracy whether you like it or not. Reliability. Critical power. Critical power, you already have 26% crit. You're gonna be fine. Charlene can also still level up. Isolation, I said. Do I take the bully for more crit? No. Nimbleness, mana block, glass cannon. You're gonna be far away most of the time anyway. Yeah, just crits. Propagation bounces, no XP gain, ranged damage. Okay, that is everything. I can upgrade a house, and I should probably do that. Well, I can, right. Maybe I should have built an altar. Anyway. You are gonna be here. Together with you. And then the bow and the book are gonna be on the top side. Hope you don't die, Mr. Cannon. I'm not gonna make any promises, though. Okay. Do I have any more items? No. I would really like to get the... what is it, 12 kills with the Fire Blast? I feel like that shouldn't be too difficult. That's an elite claw. Okay, we are officially overheated. I don't actually care how much damage you take. God damn it, he missed. That could have been a one-shot, and he missed. Now, technically, I could have, now that I think about it, the thing that we lose health when we deal damage to armor, I could have just kind of ignored that by just using the longbow to reduce all of the armor before hitting them. You, unfortunately, cannot get line of sight on any of those, so the frog it is. Also, there's a fire and there's two fires. That's a wizard. That ain't great. That's a short bowman. That's fine. That's a rogue. I'd rather not. Lightning bolt. That's... the magic weapons are really fun if you can scrounge up the mana to use them repeatedly. More damage. Are you still overheated? You are still overheated. Unfortunately, I do not think you'll be able to get enough enemies together to get the Devourer. You need to kill 12 enemies with Fire Blast. So you'd have to jump in to targets that will die to the next Fire Blast and then use it to kill them. Jump over for the next targets with Fire Blast. Right, so the Archer I don't really care about. But the Wizard had to die. That's another elite unarmored this time. I'd love to extinguish that. But I don't think we have the AP for it. Bunch of poison. There's an elite with... that's either a dodge or a armor aura. Or a block aura. Could be either or. Were you not isolated? Oh, you were next to this guy. My mistake. Now, you are not overheated at the moment. But you will be now. And... yeah, we kind of just do not have enough enemies here. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're gonna punch this guy. Just so you don't die. Could really use some way of healing with ranged weaponry. That's an elite winged with resistance aura. That is the one I did not name. So, he now has no more resistance. How much resistance do you have? 10%. So he still has some resistance, but not really all that much. And he's gone. Perfect. Okay. You don't have mana. That's a problem. Right, I think I'm just gonna retreat. You're gonna have to deal with these winged. Actually, here, you deal with the winged. How many enemies do we have here that you can kill with the Fire Blast? You, of course, actually would have to kill them with the Fire Blast as well. And it feels like that's not going to happen here. Give yourself some armor. And then you just, like, give yourself some dodge. And then you hope you don't die. Not even armor scratched. Perfect. Right. You should stay at range now. Why did he... oh, he dodged so you got extra AP. Yeah, I'm not gonna use those. Oh. I have an execution, I forgot. Give yourself the block. You can actually kind of just sit in the tower, can't you? Yeah, you do have enough range with that. And I shouldn't forget that I have the flower as well. Do this. Out of actions. Okay. So he is basically dead. I need more enemies to do the Fire Blast thing. Just a load more enemies. Okay, so you all have poison. It's fine. You can send some damage that way. Love the longbow. It is the just absolute ranged weapon in this game. Also, fucking you missed. I feel like I might want to give this guy the Jolly Drinker and then just load him up with health potions. If I keep him with a cannon. And S ranking. Perfect. Tomorrow's a good day. Tomorrow I'm gonna go play Aeon's End with a friend. Ooh, an elite weapon. Ooh, very nice. We also get the bone pole. They have one more move point. I don't want to deal with 3 additional move points on my enemies. Absolutely not. I think get me the hero capacity. Then, at this point, we definitely just need to build the temple. Upgrade the heal plus. Okay, that's fine. Heal him full. We will need to do this. Can't get another hero at this point, so what we're gonna do next is upgrade my housing to get us all of the workers. And the workers will probably just go work in the mines. So we can get more upgrades for more workers. Okay. Night rewards. What do we get? Metal Mood Swings. That is stun chance and damage and then either move points or action points. Reroll me that. A Winged Helm for +1 action points. I don't care about the propagation bounces. Claws. A gun. Give me a gun for my dwarf. That's like a cannon but smaller. He's gonna be amazed at this. A cannon that doesn't explode when you use it. Amazing. Technology does not exist anymore. Yeah, use the manual control. Take the manual control. Actually, take the manual control. I should probably do the fire blast before I do the before I take the longer weapons. Daily health regen, I guess. And that was my level ups. Built some defenses. There's a big wave coming from the south, so get me 2 ballista there. And then just fix up my walls a little bit. Thankfully, you will be absolutely amazing in this tower. I forgot to get that. Fuck. Can I sell items? So first of all, you get this bone pole. Can you actually sell that? No. Would have been kind of funny, but no. You get the bone pole, then we will sell the axe. I would have loved the helmet, but I need 70 gold. Fuck. I'm a massive idiot, it appears. If I sell this, how much do I have? 65, that is not enough. However, I have potions that I, technically speaking, don't really need. How much is the cannon worth? Perfect. Get a gun. That's probably more conducive to your health anyway. Get me an elite weapon. I should have done that first. I also just realized that the elite stuff does not decay, so I didn't even need to do that. Medal of Mercy kill? No. I didn't want a longbow, but I may have wanted to take it. 2 action points? Okay. Congratulations, dwarf. You're now a wizard. Right. You're gonna be up here. You have 10 action points now, don't you? No, 8. Oh, but you can restore. You do have 10. 7 and 3 from your gear. The bone pole is... That looks like an axe more so than a spear. I feel like you should probably be down here. You go there. You are here. We will get a watchtower there for you to sit in with your newfound gun. And then we send it. That's a lot of fires. I feel like the smartest thing is to just ignore it, though. Well, gun. You're a bit not quite in range for most of your shit. Fuck. Okay, out then. Well, first of all, you're gonna yell at him. Snapshot, not enough range, so do that. And then... Oh yeah, you have the manual control. What? Okay, so I assumed you would basically hit the manual control and then the ballista you want to, the weapon you want to use. I was incorrect. You just hit what you want to hit. I think you're just gonna deal with these flames, these fires. So that was bad. But then again, it was at least only a cheap ballista and not one of the upgraded versions. Boom pole. So this is upgraded now, and it deals not quite full damage to secondary targets. And it only works for the one turn you... So that is not the best. You have 283 armor. I feel like you have no issue just staying out here. Oh, we have rippers coming in. Unfortunately, everything is next to something else. Except you. And you. Okay. Gone. And then just, like, slow him down and... be a wizard for actually a druid, which is even worse. Has anybody ever heard of, like, a dwarf druid? Ah, aghast. You're a wizard, you're not really dealing all that much damage. It's an undodgeable 49 to 63, that's completely fine. Okay, I may have wanted to move you inside. That was more damage than anticipated. Buck. And then we just gun again. I also just realized this stuff just slows them down so I can shoot them better. Can you kill this guy? Yes, then you can just hit this guy. Can you? Yes. I feel like you should probably just stay outside a little bit. Outside the range of the most of the enemies, that is. Now, we have some holes in our wall. Which ain't great. Also, that's a crossbow. How much hit dodge do you have? 14%, so let's just get rid of that. Resistance and damage down. Getting like a big debuff on enemies and then propagating that using the contamination. One of my favorite things to do. Not quite enough damage. You have one more action. I feel like we're gonna need more heroes down here. Can you? Yes. Yes, you can. Whether you survive, that is another question. You're just gonna hide here. Okay, most enemies did ignore him. And now you need to deal with the runners, who have 30% dodge. That's fine. And then you can just come down here. Do this. Okay. Contamination is kind of just the exact opposite of the isolation, huh? Okay. I forgot how good the druid staff is. Okay. Debuffs there. Shoot him with a gun. Gun here, and then, yeah, that's it. You can kill the winged. You move down here, and you just clean up this side. Bone bow. It was enough. Both missed. That's great, because it means we don't get the poison. Yeah, we're not gonna hit anything. Just give yourself armor. Okay, you can... yeah, you can just gun. $204. Yeah, the gun is more damage. on the contaminated targets. One here. Get rid of him, get rid of him. You die of poison, so we're fine. Now they die of poison, not quite, but close enough. And one stupid winged is moving inside. Fuck you. Here, gun them down. Perfect. Not entirely perfect, could have gone better, but good enough. As long as we're at A, I'm happy. 3 sides. That's a pile of corpses. Wonderful. I feel like this this smaller wave up there, the longbow can just entirely deal with by itself. Choose your destiny. Less mana. Completely fine. That reminds me, I should build the mana wells. So let's go ahead and do that. And then who needs more mana? Nobody needs more mana. Everybody has like, you have 8, 8, 9, 8. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue. But I feel like we're good. Upgrade these. Upgrade the guess where finally. Guess who finally. Push back the mist. We have... Okay, so the winged, the accursed and the hunters are the only real problem. And I feel like they're not gonna be that much of a problem because we have a gun. They too have a gun, but ours has more range. Can you imagine how horrifying actual zombies with guns would be? Like, if you go for zombies, if you go for zombie movies, you never think about what if they had guns? I also have my full retinue of workers. A heal on you. Then I have, what, 316 gold, so let me upgrade this. Can I get a hero? No. I could, but not the one I want. Big gauntlet. Propagation bounces momentum. No. Skill range, physical damage, armor. More armor. Yeah, I'll take that. Ah, the level 5 flower would also be good. Health but accuracy down. Offhand hammer. Give me an offhand hammer. Okay. Level me up. So you now get the organic armor. You have 576 health. What? How? Why? 424 from the perks because you had about 200 armor. You had over 200 armor. Okay. Get healing received up. You are gonna need more action points for your bone pole. Then on this side, we will now take the infectious strike. Resistance reduction. And what do we take? Propagation damage? No. Stun chance, opportunism. You should probably take opportunism, not gonna lie. Critical power. No, you take the field study. And then you take some accuracy. And ranged damage. Lastly, you take the longer weapons. I feel like I've given up on the cannon. Get some accuracy. Even though your weapon is technically speaking undodgeable, but eh. Also, where do you get all of your action points from? 2 from there, and then 1 from the ring. Okay. Build new structures. Build me scavengers camps. Then we will repair the turrets and the walls. Following that, we can actually still build something. Get me a boiler. I hate that you can't rotate these. Which one is the one that fits in there? The armor maker. That's fine. Get me an armor maker then. I have one more worker to work with. Get me a... I've upgraded the bless... No, I haven't. Get me a blessing on you. You still only have 8 mana. Actually, you have more max now, don't you? Nope. 35 plus 14. Yeah. Oh, they didn't go below 8 because 8 is the literal minimum. Okay. You already have minus 14 from trade, so... Okay. For this night, you will sit over here. You will... Actually, I can still get me... a watchtower. And then you will probably just sit in this watchtower. Then the bigger wave is coming from down here. So you are gonna be down here, and you be here because you're also faster because you can teleport. You're not faster. You're actually quite a lot slower. Though she can teleport. Get me ballista. We have ballista on this side. Actually, I should probably fix up the walls. No, ballista are better. Ballista. One here. One here. Catapult? No, I can't afford a catapult. Get me another ballista. Wait, here would... This would be the exact middle. But I can't put there or there, so get me one... Get me one here. Alright. Oh yeah, new gear. This one goes on the Bone Pole Man, as well as the hammer. Could have solved that, but I don't think it would have made a difference. That is a lot of fire on a single side. I feel like you have to go up there. Just to deal with the fires. Now, on a positive note, you should be able to get enough field study triggers to just... later on kill people from here, even though they're on the other side of the map. They're coming from both sides here. I hate that. And you don't have enough range yet, so go outside and shoot them. Not the weapon I wanted. That also explains why I didn't have enough range. Now on your side, we're probably gonna have to move over here. You have the Infector Strike, so if I contagion you, I will do poison, and then poison, and an additional poison. You are so dead. You specifically. Nobody else, but you are incredibly dead. That's a bow, a mage. Two, three. We can hit like one person. That's one rogue and 2 mages. Get rid of him. I really wish I could hit those fires at range. I really wish I could hit this guy at range. At least one of those wishes came true. I am basically already out of mana, which ain't great. So he'll die of poison, and then also poison the other guy. Which is... that's 200 poison. So he'll die in 2 turns' time. They want me to have my heroes get hit a number of times, which that is not going to happen. I feel like this guy wants propagation bounces. Okay, I should have maybe checked my ranges before I move into tower again. Just slow him down. Then I guess you can just give yourself some armor. And he poisoned me. That is move points down. Deal that much damage to a cursed. We do have enough to get rid of the rogue. Okay, the accursed damage threshold has been reached. God damn it. Yeah, whatever. Huh. Maybe I shouldn't have made light of the mana. Well, you have enough for one good fireball, and that's it. Give yourself some more dodge. 1 action point. Yeah, that's on you, isn't it? No, who has the action point? You have the action point. Can you hit any? You have enough range. In that case, sure, use it. Okay. We have mostly defended. This is gonna be an issue. Thankfully, we have a gun in range. Less than 500 heavy heroes get hit that many times. It feels like they changed how often it wants you to be hit. Okay, so the Winged and the Accursed can kind of just fly into my haven, meaning I want to kill them first, if I can. Well, it's time to pull the bone pole out. Do I care about the flames still? Not honestly. Well. Have some poison. Sure. Do the ballistas... No, the ballistas do not deal enough damage. That was a good hit. Okay, so you, I think, should make your way down here now. You need to kill the hunters that are aiming for you. Honestly, just use this. Then you need to kill these flyers. Stupid wing it. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna ignore the fires at this point. Bonk. That's a high panic level once again. Okay, first of all, I should check. Can you actually just kill these guys? Yes. And an execute. Why do you have 686 health? Holy shit. Do this. Book. Kill him, those die to poison, and then we can just go down here. And then finally... gun. Where possible. I hate that they're just flying inside of my walls. Absolutely fucking hate that. Well, first of all, he is isolated. Do you have mana? No, no mana. That sucks. How much poison is that? Not enough. So you will have to shoot him. Now these enemies next to the wall that are just like scratching the wall, I don't care for. Or about, I think is the correct word. You need more action points. Who has action points? You have action points. Yeah, just shoot them. I feel like we're at a B. We are at a B. Fuck. So, that's an abandon, because we do not get the highest, the S or A on everything. That sucks. Elderlicht is absolutely fucking horrendous. I managed to do it once, nearly. And then, I feel like, the weapons, I feel like I should start with maybe one or two, definitely one, maybe 2 or 3 of these smaller epiphanies. And then go from there, but yeah, I don't think I'll do that today. Do I keep the XP growth? The XP growth is great. I think what I might want to do... just the biggest of gates, the biggest of walls, I guess. The biggest of walls. I don't think that makes sense. I'll see next time. I'm not gonna do another one right now. I feel like the XP gain might be a trap. I'd rather have like these two for higher quality. And then a little bit more. No, that is only wooden walls. I feel like I'm gonna take this and this. So we can get a little bit of extra material from the corpses. I think I'll run it like that the next time to see. But for now, that is it for today. So I hope you have a nice evening. Thank you for watching. First of all, hope you have a nice evening. Hope you have a good night later on. And I hope you have a nice weekend. Goodbye.